going on, everybody? It's my odd hobby here, or Dakota does reenacting, or Dakota does stuff, wherever you want to call me. Today I'm going to talk to you about why you should not buy the $50 Chinese helmet. That looks like a good deal, but in reality, it's a lot more work than you realize, and it's not even really worth it. So I'm going to start off by saying this is my first helmet that I got when I was like very young. This was like, I got this helmet 5 years ago, and the company that sells it, they're just a reseller. They didn't produce the helmet. This is just a generic Chinese helmet that's produced in China, and I'm going to show you some reasons why you shouldn't buy this helmet. I'm going to start off with the fact that if you look at this, I'll move the shell out the way. If you look at this liner here, you'll notice, like, look at it. Let me focus, sorry, people. This is a fake leather. This is not a real leather. And a replacement liner costs the same amount as if you were to buy this whole setup together. To buy the correct historically accurate liner off of eBay, you hear this right, it's going to cost the same amount to purchase the helmet altogether. Because if you want to accurately portray your impression, historically accurate wise, and to have a correct helmet, the liner band, which is also incorrect, needs to be steel. Sorry. I think there were some cases of aluminum ones, but for the most part, focus, there we go. Focus. These liner bands were steel. They were not this material, which I'm not sure what it is. I couldn't tell you. It does have some markings on it, but that doesn't matter because this is a fake leather, which you don't want. A reproduction helmet will have a lighter, almost very light tan color, almost white, but it has a tan hint to it. And it'll have the better reproductions usually have leather in them as a strap, which is historically inaccurate, but it's a good way to find a helmet that you know will have a decent liner if you are inexperienced in helmets. Look out for this fake leather. Usually it'll be already somewhat darker in color and complexion as well, and you'll be able to you will not be able to age the liner. It doesn't age, it just stays this color because it's fake. It doesn't actually absorb sweat. It's just made to look like leather, but in reality it is not. No matter how much you try to age it, it just won't look real. Plus the band, it's just going to cost more to make this helmet more accurate, which is unfortunate, because the shell itself is great. Yeah, moving on from the liner. Let's talk about these leather straps now. Okay. So these leather straps here, these are fake leather as well. These, either that or they're a very cheap leather. The only thing that is even usable out of this entire setup are these pins. These pins right here. You get a close up on them so you can see these. These pins right here. These are what you loop around these rings right here. This is where this is your helmet strap, and they loop around like this. And the leather is so, you know, thick, and because it's layered, it's just layered pleather, fake leather. It's layered leather together, or it's a very cheap fake leather, or a very cheap leather that the quality is just terrible. And if you can see, like, it doesn't wear properly. Sorry for the hairiness, I have cats. But yeah, it doesn't wear properly. It just doesn't look right. The only thing that's even worth using are these buckles and these leather pins that you use to initially attach them to the rings. And now we're going to move on to the shell itself. So the outside of the shell is very nice. Don't mind the chicken wire I've done myself. You know, I've also trimmed it and put my name in it. very crappily, I will say. The shell is very nice itself. Oh, sorry, dropped it. Very nice. Rolled edge, all that. Obviously, the skirt is a little bit shorter than the original, because if you know how reproductions work, you'll know that they measure an original, and then they will copy it, and then they'll roll it again. So this is, if you unrolled this, it would be the original length of the M35, and then you added this much to it, and then you rolled that, then it would be the correct amount. You don't see that with reproductions because, you know, they're reproductions. They're not correct. This is it probably wasn't even done on purpose, but it's good because it helps spot fake originals that are sold to try to scam people, unfortunately, because there are wicked people in this world. If you do see right here, though, let me try to focus that in if I can here. I might have to move some things around and prop it up because this camera is a bit of a bitch. You can notice that it says ET very crappily stamped in. Like, look how far apart these are. This English, this is the E and the T, and this is a 68 size shell, right? 68 size shell. But look at it. Could you tell it said 68 like from that? I couldn't until I looked it up. I had to get multiple opinions on that, and then I realized from that little outline right there, if you can see it, I don't know, but just that little outline right there, you can tell it's an 868. This is, the stamping is horrid, but the shell is nice. And then you can see right here, if I can get it here, this is the batch number. It's pretty covered up because, you know, I have painted my name in here, chicken wire covering it, but the batch number is right there. And that is also done quite hastily and not done properly. I don't know if you can pick that up, but it's the same deal with the 8 and the ET size. It has not been done properly, which is rather unfortunate. But that's about all I can really say about this helmet. The shell, at least. Overall, though, these Chinese helmets are not worth your time. They're just not worth your time. And that's because you can go to a site. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I'm going to name a couple sites. You can go to sites like At the Front or Epic Militaria, or I think, and IMA too. I think they have surplus, or sorry, not surplus, reproduction helmets that are of decent quality as well. You can go to those companies and they produce a much better quality reproduction than you're gonna get for some Chinese helmet for $20 less. You're gonna have to spend more to make it correct, unfortunately. Like, I'm gonna have to, even just to make this usable, I have to downsize this helmet too because it's too big for me. Another error I made myself, that's not on the company. I just didn't know what I needed. And I'm going to put a 66 size liner in it, that's correct, along with new leather. I'm just going to get a whole new leather strap for it because that's all fake leather and I might as well just get a whole new thing. I'm just going to add a single decal on the side here, and I'm going to paint it a Normandy camouflage, a Normandy camouflage with the chicken wire pattern, and I'm either going to remove the chicken wire or I'll keep it, I don't know, but I will probably just paint it. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet with this helmet. As of right now, I'm currently in the process of setting up something pretty cool, history-wise, having to do with the Italians during World War II. Hint, it's something that you shoot. Hopefully I can secure that and make a cool video from that. But without further ado, that's all I have to say about these Chinese helmets. Don't buy them. you're better off getting a reproduction from a different site, or just waiting till you can get or just waiting to buy your helmet last and getting other equipment first. Like, here, I'll come over here and I'll show you. Yeah, get other equipment first. Like, I still have equipment I need to get, but get your tunic first. Get your bread bag, your gamashin, your belt, your buckle. There's all these little things that people don't really think about. You got to get that stuff too. Obviously those aren't little things, but you get what I'm, going after. But without further ado, this video's gone long enough. I've ranted long enough about whole load of nonsense. You guys have a great day, and yeah, peace out.